Here are the last two new journals I've made. This one is in an old book cover. This one is made from the cover of a just instruction manual that you would get this time with this was with a Sunbeam Mixmaster. This closure is elastic. You can open it here at the button or you can just slide it off. I added this little flap and reinforced the spine with some more of that paper cloth. This is pretty sturdy stuff. I make it myself. It's made with a base of really thin cloth. In this case it was a man's handkerchief, and then lots of glue and layers of, you can use napkin paper, tissue paper, any kind of thin paper. And just keep layering it with watered down glue and then set it someplace to dry, and it comes out just a really nice stiff material. I'm going to make a little notepad out of this. So here is paper cloth here, and then also on the inside cover some more of my paper cloth. And this is some mulberry paper, which is a thin but it's very sturdy. I used it to sew this image on. This came from a book that was really just crumbling and falling apart. So I wanted to save these pictures because they're so beautiful. And I put a little bit of glue on there to attach it, and then I stitched around it. So I was able to save that and really love it. From the Three Little Pigs. There's the wolf coming down the chimney. This particular journal has a lot of, it's one signature, it has a lot of children's book pages in it because I have a lot of children's books and I love to use them. Another page from the Dick and Jane book. And I read these when I was in school and felt a kind of a connection because my name is Sally, so I liked seeing my name in there. I think these illustrations are so pretty. Fairy bread. Look at those beautiful drawings and this gorgeous painting here. This one is from The Little Engine That Could. Another neat old book. So here's a little pocket with just some note paper that I stitched to a little cluster I was going to use to decorate a page, and just ended up attaching some paper to it. And a little tag I made, some jelly printed old Kino score sheets. I've punched out butterfly shapes, and it just kind of looked good with this little butterfly on there. I'm using more die cuts. I kind of forget about that sometimes, but I really like that. I like using die cuts. This was some tea stained paper that got a little bit dark in the oven. And this page also I tea stained, but it kind of stuck to the cookie sheet. So when I peeled it off, it sort of separated right there, and I glued that back together and then just kind of added this stitching for some reinforcement. And another pocket with an old postcard and a bookmark. This page was also very fragile at the center seam, so I added some tissue paper there to reinforce it. Inside book cover, 1936. Some Chinese poetry. Little flower. was this page just had this little tab of extra paper. I think it was in the inside of a book cover. So I just put a little glue there and stuck down this old postcard. Dolly Dimple's Fairy Tales. Little corner tuck spot made out of that manila, that file folder paper, and just an image from a children's book sewn to a piece of tea-stained cardstock. Another page from that Three Little Pigs book. I did the same thing, stitched it onto some mulberry paper, and just think it's such a beautiful little drawing. And then I had this pig stamp, which I added over here. And that's it. So I do have plans to do a few more journals in old book covers. I've got this one here. Isn't that great? 1941. I think this one is 1947. This would make a great travel journal. And then this little one here, isn't that cute? I love the cover. There really isn't much in the way of illustrations on the inside. I just got this one for the cover. Okay, thanks for watching.